I knew Doug since I was 10, or almost 10. So he's my mentor. So a lot of the places I've been and the people I've seen is because of the position that he's put me in. And this is coming from, like, I didn't know him at all prior to KidzExpress. Like, I didn't know anything about him. He didn't know anything about me. But being a part of that program as a kid, I saw the vision. Now, a lot of people at first glance, when you see this Asian guy in the middle of Austin, South Austin, surrounded by all these black people, you think, what is he benefiting out of? Well, what is he taking home that is making him come back here every day? How is he profiting off of us? When it's the exact opposite. You know, he's accomplished a lot of things in his life that he doesn't tell many people about. And it just goes to show you that his heart is in a different place. This is not something that, you know, he always wanted to do. This was an opportunity that was presented to him by one of his close friends, and it kind of like fell into his lap, and he decided to take it on. And throughout all of those years, there's been some ups and downs, but at the same time, he's what gets this program running. You know, he's the one that goes out, and we do fundraisers, and we do, you know, grant proposals, and he tries to get all of these resources and things in order so this program can stay afloat, so we can have the proper staff, so we can have the proper resources. And a lot of people don't know the ins and outs or how things go on behind the scenes, but I've seen these things firsthand because, you know, I've been at some of these fundraising events and I've spoke at these grant proposals and things like that, so I'm getting the gist of those things. And I at first didn't realize how tough his job was, or some of the things he was doing behind the scenes. But it's definitely appreciated, and I think it is something that the Austin community needed. And I felt like he was the right person to bring that to this community. And now him sharing that with us, it just makes everything stronger, a stronger structure, and it's giving us a blueprint to continue. So I think he's a brilliant mind. He's very caring, very giving. He's all the things these guys mentioned, and a little bit more. If more people were to find out some of the things that he has done or the things he's continuing to do, then they'll show more of an appreciation for having him around.
What would you guys say has been your greatest accomplishment, either as kid going in years ago or as a mentor?
My biggest accomplishment, I feel, is earning the respect of some of these kids, because I came in I wasn't one that they grew up with and stuff like that. I was just like some older guy who came in trying to tell them what to do, and you know that didn't go over too well at first. So you know, I think my biggest accomplishment right now, as to date, is that I earned the respect of a lot of these kids, and even some of the parents and stuff like that. So, yeah.
I don't have one, honestly. I've been a part of the program so long, and you know, we encountered so many kids throughout a given school year, and so many kids changed so much, and it's so many success stories like the one he mentioned earlier. It's so many success stories like that moving forward. It's tough to pinpoint, you know, which one might be your biggest accomplishment, but I just say that I'm just most proud that, you know, we're able to make such an impact in some of these kids' lives. You know, you can't reach them all, but I think we're doing a pretty good job of reaching the majority. Mm-hmm. And, you know, I think in us doing that is allowing them to see that same vision. You know, when some kids or people in general have so much success when they weren't in the past, they want to let others know, and hopefully, you know, that's when they start bringing their friends, and they start bringing their friends.
Plant those seeds.
And that just builds the program. It's all pretty much through word of mouth throughout the year. So
I think I'm kind of on the fence. I'm kind of like him, but I don't have, besides the Talia story, how she came in and how she is now. But I think it's a whole program in general. Cause it's like you said, we've seen a lot of kids come in and out, and coming into this, you got to know you can't save everybody. Some kids is going to come in they're not gonna like structure. So they're gonna end up back outside or a different program. That don't bother us because we still got, 70 to 80 kids every day that we gotta make sure we stay on top. So, I mean, I think the whole program in general, that we were able to go from, 1 day a week to a small building over there on, what is it?
342 South Lamb.
Yeah, 342 South Lamb to this
3 days a week.
3 days a week to going to a 5 days a week program. And now we're in this big school where we will be accepting more kids soon. So it's like the whole program is just gradually, getting up there. And now we have recognition from the Boys and Girls Club. Like, we don't need the Boys and Girls Club. Like, but it's going to help us.
We've had so many different partners throughout the years. Grace Lutheran, Good Shepherd, Reyes Holdings.
Lemonade.
Just the Lemonade fundraiser we were just a part of a few months ago. It's so many different people who've been able to help this program grow, and we've been making it throughout the years. But I do think that it was a positive, someone else looking in and seeing what we're doing and wanting to be a part of it. But we've definitely had a lot of people sponsor us and help us throughout the years, and they still do. They come on different days throughout the week. Tuesdays we do tutoring, we do pizza parties at different places. So it's a lot of people who've invested their time into KidzExpress. It's not just the people that work here. It's outside sponsors and outside people coming in too. And I think that's ties all into it. It's a community, citywide project. It's not just something that we're just doing with Doug. Everybody has a tie to it somewhere.
So when I interviewed Doug, he mentioned that this was a unique organization. Do you guys feel the same way?
Definitely.
100%.
We do things our way because it works.
Definitely.
Like we've seen it work. Like we had, some people come in, they try to change us, but no, we're gonna do things our way because we know what this neighborhood needs. We were these kids at some point in our life.
Each one of us is 1%.
We were these kids, so we know pretty much what they're going through, the type of attention they get at home, at school, why they are 2 reading grades behind because the school systems in general. So we know who we are, so we make it work.
And that's not a disrespect to other people,
Right.
But at the same time, we believe that we have a system. We believe in our blueprint. We believe because we have successes from it. A lot of people who've been involved with this program have gone on to do a lot of good things. We have a number of college graduates from different universities across the country, including Northwestern, Morehouse. It's a lot of different places. We had students at Urbana. So it's not like we're dissing anybody else who's doing programs, but we know that our program is unique because we build that relationship within the community, with the parents, with the teachers at the schools. We go to the report card pickups. We go to those council meetings and we talk to the parents, we talk to the aunties, we talk to the kids. We have those boy talks, girl talks, stuff like that. So we're more involved, I would say, than other programs. And like they said, we're from the community. So we've been these kids who we're teaching. We know the schools they went to because we went to them. We know the dangers they face at the different parks when they playing basketball or at the playground. Like, we know about the gangs. We went to school with some of the people in them. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's all that big network that ties us closer. So when things are going on in the community, whether it be negative or positive, we know we got the ear to everything, We got the ear to the good and the bad. So when things happen, we always know and we know how to work around that and work with the people in the community to make sure our kids are safe. They staying out the way, they staying out of trouble.
And just like to see it from a different view, I believe if this program wasn't as unique as it is, we wouldn't still be here. Like, honestly, this program has something that is indestructible. the foundation of this program is so strong, and that's what makes it very unique in itself. Like just look at all the like great products that KidzExpress has produced. Like you looking at some of them right now, like that in itself is unique enough. But of course, there's so many other things.
The one thing is, like, I don't think anybody come here and we, like, doing it for a paycheck.
No way.
If we doing this for a paycheck,
I'm at least worth $1 billion, right?
I feel like some programs that they, like, some of the kids, you know, they'll fall off from here and go to different programs, but then they'll end up back here.
Always.
Because they're doing it for a paycheck. They just coming in, slapping down some work, do this, do that.
But they've moved away, like different programs have moved away from a system that I think is very important, the education aspect of it all.
Mm-hmm.
Where education is number one,
number
KidzExpress,
one.
you know?
Right.
We understand kids want to get on computers and play basketball, stuff like that. All that's fine, but education is our priority. When you take care of this in the classroom, and then we can get to the fun stuff.
Right.
And a lot of these other programs that I go around and I visit and I see, they don't have those relationships with schools. They don't know what's going on in the classroom with kids. It's drop-in programs, you know?
Like even here at KidzExpress, like we require our kids to come with their report cards when they get them. Like
And they get
I don't know
incentives
any,
for that,
exactly.
you know?
Like, you get, like I've never seen that happen. Like besides being here, this was the first time I ever seen a program like a program invest in the education.
Right.
Like when I was going to different after-school programs, I never had to like turn in my report card, or nobody ever came up to my
Drop-in
school
program.
to check in on me and see what type of lessons I've been doing in my classroom to implement the same lessons in my after-school program. Like this is like something that has not been done before. Like so
And when you
I
get
came here,
involved
it was crazy.
with the grades and the school system, now the kids want to invite you to the extracurricular activities, you know, the basketball games, the football games, the cheerleading competitions. I want you to come see me, a dance team, and, you know, it's like, okay, so now they're breaking down that wall, they're opening it up, they're letting you guide them. Not tell them what to do, but you guiding them, you helping them make better decisions, and you making sure that they stand on the right path.
Because it's like, we human, we make mistakes, but you come in this building, you're gonna learn. You're gonna leave this building learning a life lesson.
Yeah.
You hit somebody, they hit you back. We stop that. Why did you hit them? So we sit them down, explain. You can't just go around hitting people because someone will hit you back.
Right.
I don't care who you are. You see us playing basketball, somebody winning, somebody losing. Then after we finish playing, they in there taking 15 more shots afterwards. The person that was losing because they want to get better the next day. So it's just like it's real life in here.
Yeah, I was
And they
definitely
see us doing it
shots,
too, you know. And they see us doing it because we encourage healthy, competitive competition.
Right, we don't take
And that's
it easy.
amongst guys and girls. You know, we don't say like, oh, she's a girl, so she
can't
can.
do
No. When my little cousin plays basketball, when we do like 2-on-2 shootouts, she's starting to shoot from where the guys or the older guys are shooting now. You know, we don't put them in that box to say this is what you should be doing. We don't do that. We want them to be better. We want them to lose because if you know how to lose, you don't want to feel that way. So it's going to make you want to be better. It's going to make you want to be smarter.
Right. Like when we playing basketball with them, we don't take it easy on them. We block shots. We take the ball. Hey,
Yeah.
you want to beat me? Beat me.
We do spelling competitions. Like we do a lot of things, and the mentors are integrated in those things. So it's not just like all kids or all teens doing things. They're going against different levels of competition, so they see where they need to improve and where they need to adjust. And you know, that's a part of helping molding them to handle themselves better when they win or lose, or when they're against different people.
But would you say it's harder to reach kids nowadays or no?
I think the older they are when they come in this building, the harder it is to reach them.
Definitely.
But at the same time, the older they are, like you
The
have
more you
more in
relate.
common to them. You
Yeah.
got more in common with them. So sometimes it depends on that kid. If that kid is stubborn, he or she got his mind made up already. Well, then sometimes it's hard to get to him. But if that kid is open, and they come in this program with, you know, open arms and wide eyes, and they rocking with us, we can rock with them. So it's like, but the younger kids, we can mold them. Like, it's become second nature to just observe a kid and see, okay, he's shy because he don't know. All right, so let me get this person to go help this person, and then, you know, it just intertwine.
And it helps when we can get the support of the parents or the guardians, you know, their input or them coming in on Sunday to shadow and see, you know, the interworkings and see what's going on. It helps when they see their parents or whoever involved as well. So even younger or older, us getting that help from the parents and everybody else, it makes things a lot easier, you know. But some kids, we don't get help from the parents. You know, like they may just sign their kid up, and we might not see them to the end of the school year.
Right. When they drop them off and pick them up,
it's the only time we see them.
But sometimes not even then.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, as long as that kid is still coming here every day, and they seeing us, they see that it's something here, so I'm gonna stick with it, and it eventually helps them at the end of it all.
So what's the future like for KidzExpress? What do you guys think? Bigger?
Expansion is always good,
Definitely.
but I think as far as expansion goes, when we do expand, I want to make sure that we keep in the same principles and the same guidelines. You know, a lot of people do expansion, and it's just not the same in different locations. You know, like you could have a good chicken recipe, but everybody's not gonna make it the same or everywhere. So when we do expand, we want to make sure that in these different communities that we get the people that work within the program that are within the community. If you get more people within that community to work with that program, you have a better system set up for success. So with expansion, we just have to go into these communities and make sure we're getting the right positive people to be a part of these kids' lives in the future.
what he said.
Yeah. That was wrapped up nicely.
Thank you guys for joining me on the Insider today.
Thank you.
For sure.
Wish you guys much success of KidzExpress and individually.
Same to you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
That's a wrap. Thank you guys for joining me.